The Range Rover L322 is now over 20 years old, but in 2025 I think it's still one of the best automotive bargains that there is. So here's 5 reasons why the L322 should still be at the top of your Auto Trader searches in 2025. Number 1 is excellent powertrain options that still hold up today. The L322 came with a wide variety of engines, from BMW's characterful M62 V8 and steadfast M57 TD6 in the early years, followed by silky smooth Jaguar-derived V8s later on, and of course the mighty TDV8 diesels. Even today, most of these engines really hold their own. In 2025, you'd be hard-pressed to find a new car with an engine with 10% of the character and panache of a petrol V8 L322. However, the TDV8 is, as you'll know if you follow the channel, my personal favourite. If you look at modern Jaguar Land Rover offerings, the biggest diesel engine available in the Range Rover is a paltry 3 litres. And the new Defender and Discovery 5 are often sold with the tiny 2-litre Ingenium diesel engines. I don't care how good the turbocharging and hybrid systems are on these things, there is sometimes no replacement for displacement. And the TDV8s in 3.6 and especially the 4.4 flavours definitely deliver on that front. Pair that with a modern ZF6 or 8-speed transmission and you quite simply have a match made in heaven. In 2025, these powertrains don't feel outdated, they feel proven. And that's a big part of why the L322 is still such a great buy. If you're thinking about buying an L322, then you'll want to hear about this week's video sponsor, Autodoc, who can help keep your pride and joy on the road while keeping your costs to a minimum. Autodoc have asked me to tell you about their app, which is super helpful for keeping on top of your automotive maintenance. When you need car parts, Google searching can be overwhelming. Autodoc's search function is made just for cars, so it's easy to find exactly what fits your vehicle. No random results or dodgy websites, just the right parts right away. And that even includes those rarer, hard to find bits. Ignition barrel for a 1985 Land Rover 110, anyone? They've got it. And look, here's some parts I ordered from Autodoc for this very car. Lovely big chunky limb forward and lower arm there, about half the price that you would pay on pretty much any other retailer that I could find online. So yeah, go and check it out. Autodoc want to help you keep your pride and joy on the road. Whether it's by their easy returns process if you order the wrong parts, or their really useful repair tutorials on their YouTube channel and in the app, it all makes keeping your car on the road easier and cheaper. In at number 2 is its true all-round capability. Unlike most luxury SUVs, the L322 isn't just about comfort, it's about capability. This is a proper Land Rover at heart, and that means it can do just about anything you ask of it. Aside from being an extremely competent motorway mile muncher, with height adjustable air suspension, full-time 4-wheel drive, low-range gearing, and on later models, terrain response, the L322 is still one of the most capable off-roaders that you can buy. In fact, few modern SUVs, even brand new ones, can match the go-anywhere ability that the L322 offers. Combine that with 3.5-ton towing capacity and huge cargo space, and you truly have a multi-purpose vehicle that few can match. In at number 3, it's the classic design. The L322 was styled during the BMW era of Land Rover, and it shows. The proportions are spot on, the lines are clean, and the overall look is unmistakably Range Rover. It's simple, elegant, and free from the fussiness that's crept into more modern SUVs. The clamshell bonnet, the floating roofline, the upright stance, these design cues have become Range Rover hallmarks, and they're all present on the L322. 2 decades on, it still turns heads. Park one next to many of its early 2000s rivals, and the L322 is the one that still looks classy today. And the same goes for the interior. The dashboard design is possibly one of the best ever put into a car. Clean, symmetrical, and laid out with proper switchgear instead of endless touchscreens. It has everything you actually need, but nothing you don't. You get heated seats, a heated wheel, heated windscreens, climate control, a great sound system, but you're not fighting with overbearing driver aids, lane keep alerts, or touchscreen menus just to adjust the suspension. It's luxury without the nonsense of new cars. Everything inside the cabin feels solid, logical, and premium in a way that still impresses in 2025. It's a cabin that combines luxury with timeless design, and it's a big part of why the L322 is already on its way to becoming a true modern classic. At number 4 is the huge community. Another big reason the L322 is still a great buy in 2025 is the community that's built up and continues to grow and flourish around it. When these cars were new, you were probably reliant on the dealer network for everything. But now, the amount of shared knowledge out there is incredible and has surpassed even what Land Rover themselves know about these cars. Forums, Facebook groups, and of course YouTube channels are packed with DIY guides, troubleshooting tips, and stories from owners keeping these machines alive. That means if you run into a problem, and with an older Range Rover there is a chance you will, there's almost always someone who's had the same issue and figured out how to fix it, and not only that, to improve upon it. From detailed repair write-ups to step-by-step upgrade videos, the support network is second to none. It makes owning an L322 far less intimidating than people think, because you're never really on your own. And that sense of community, of people all around the world keeping these vehicles going and enjoying them, is a huge part of the L322's appeal today. At number 5 is the bang for buck, great value for money. When the L322 was new, it was a 6-figure luxury SUV in today's money, competing with the very best from BMW, Mercedes and Lexus. Fast forward to 2025 and they have reached the sweet spot in their depreciation curve, where in some cases for less than 5% of the new price, you get a proper Range Rover with all the luxury, presence and capability that that name carries. However, a lot of 2000s SUVs are pretty cheap now, but what makes the L322 stand out is just how much car you get for the money. You're buying something that was engineered to the very highest standards of its day. The engines, the suspension systems, the cabin materials, all of it built to compete at the very top end. And unlike most of those SUVs at this price point, the L322 still feels special every time you get behind the wheel, and you can't put a price on that. Before the brand went absolutely potty and deleted itself, Jaguar had a slogan back in the good old days that went grace, space, pace, which I've always thought encapsulated the brand perfectly. Well, for the Range Rover, and in particular the L322, I propose this: power, presence and purpose. Doesn't rhyme, but it is at least alliterative. That combination of pedigree, personality and sheer value, price I guess if we're sticking with the P's, is something that is, I think, unique to the L322 right now, and it's why in 2025 there really isn't another luxury 4x4 that gives you this much for so little.